13 or 14, second to the last week here. Puts us right at about a week and a half out from your test day. Again, that may be a competition for some of you guys, or just a heavy training day for others. Biggest thing through these last couple weeks is continued patience and conservation. You know, the percentages are written out the way that they're written out, obviously for a reason. You're starting to see a lot more back off going on. Through this week, your squats are going to be mostly light. Your Olympic lifts are going to be mostly light. You do have an opportunity to go 90 to 95% in the snatch toward the end of this week to help you, stay stimulated with heavier lifts, with that very technical movement. But then also just be aware that going into the first part of next week, even though you're going to be even lighter on the Olympic lifts, you're going to have a couple opportunities to feel some medium heavy weight from the floor with snatch and clean deadlift, and also we're going to throw a heavy squat session in there, back squat session in there for you. Experimented a lot in the past with myself and with a lot of other athletes with that concept of a heavy squat workout towards the beginning of the week during the competition week, and seeing a lot of good results. It just seems to be very stimulating, and it keeps the body lifting heavy while you're backing off within the Olympic lifts. Okay, so just be prepared for that. So we do have a new exercise this week that you'll do, once this week, probably once next week. Just a clean pull under, just the same as a snatch pull under. Pay attention to all those specifics there. We're basically throwing that in as something different than all the power cleans from the blocks that you've been doing, but also just as general back off for the clean. Obviously, the snatch pull under and clean pull under, the exercise in itself is going to limit you a lot on weight, and that's a big purpose of that exercise. So be sure that you're doing it correctly. You're not dipping forward with your shoulders or dipping down with your legs to get extra initiation into the bar. Keep it a strict snatch pull under. You're going to be doing those again this week. Keep it a strict clean pull under as well. Take the time to learn that movement. If you need to keep just the bar on there or very light weight to get that in, pay attention. Take a look at those videos. Pay attention to the instructions that are in the description section, and get those movements down. Again, like I talked about with the snatch pull under, it takes a lot of people quite a long time to get those down, and a big reason why is just them getting ahead of themselves in weight. And for these exercises, especially being just a couple weeks out, we're not at all looking for the amount of weight that you can snatch or clean with that specific exercise. So keep that in mind. It's meant for back off. It's meant for some speed work, a little bit of technique work in there as well. All right, guys. So again, second to the last week. I'll be back at you at the beginning of next week to talk you through the last week, give you some recommendations on competition day if you're going to be competing, or your test day if you're just testing inside of the gym. Until then.